What's up, everybody? How are you guys doing? Welcome to J Rich Fit's Lifestyle and Health Coaching Corner. We're on episode 41, and we're tackling the fourth edition of one of my favorite subjects in my podcast, which are Gym No-Nos. If you're new to this, Gym No-Nos are just stupid shit that I see at the gym that I feel like you should not be doing. We are now getting to a point where people are sending me a whole bunch of their gym no-nos and shit that they see through social media, and now I'm starting to speak on those. So now I'm speaking on ones that you see that I cannot stand either. The first one is steroids at the gym. This is a serious but funny one at the same time. Athletes use steroids. Competitors in muscle competitions use steroids. Regular people use steroids, and a lot of them don't make sense to me. The sports one, I get because you're talking about millions of dollars and you're trying to stay athletic and you're pushing your body to the max. What it does to you after is horrible, but if you have a $10 million contract on the line, hey, do what you gotta do. Same thing with the bodybuilders. We all know you're taking steroids because a natural body doesn't look like that, so it doesn't matter. You're competing with each other, and you guys all take steroids, so it's who looks the best on steroids. The average person makes 0 sense to me why you would use steroids. The ramifications of what steroids do to your body compared to the small time where you look great, and at the end of the day, most of the time you don't even fucking look great. You look like a Neanderthal. You look like something that doesn't really live on this planet anymore. When you're on steroids, you don't look human, and nobody thinks it looks great. Like me seeing somebody on steroids, I see a guy at the gym the other day on steroids, and he looked like just a big old buff meatball, and there was nothing about him that I was thinking, or I would think a younger guy seeing it would think and be like, oh yeah, I want to look like that. It's a disease. The reason why the average person takes steroids is because they have a mental imbalance where they don't think they're ever big enough, or they see somebody else and they're like, oh, well, I look like him, or their fucking dick's a shrimp and they want the rest of their body to look big because they're compensating for some reason. But steroids for the average human being to use makes 0 sense. If you don't have millions of dollars on the line and you're fucking life savings or whatever, it doesn't make any sense to do steroids and to do that to your body. Like I said earlier, steroids will burn your body out. It will destroy your organs. It'll age you even faster. It's just not a good idea to use. And then when you see these fuckers in the gym, they're just so aggressive. Steroids bring so much aggression to the scene. And when you're in the gym, I can spot guys that are on steroids right away because they're not only, like, people mug all the fucking time, but they will lock in on you because they're just, like I said, mentally imbalanced, and they're staring and they're grunting and they're slamming weight harder than they need to slam weight just to get some attention. And I think that's the main reason behind steroids too, is it's all attention that they want and that they need to feel a certain way about themselves. And yeah, I think steroids is some of the stupidest shit. I've gotten into fights with a bunch of gym guys that are on steroids, and it never works out for them. That's the funniest part. All these big monsters that are on steroids want to mug and slam weight and do all this stuff, but when push comes to shove and you can't fucking wipe your ass, how do you think you're gonna throw a punch? And it never works out too well for the steroid guy when it comes to not lifting weight. If it's a bench press contest, yeah, he'd blow me out the water. But when it comes to punching you in the face, the steroid guy probably isn't going to win majority of the time. So if you're somebody that is at the gym, that's a regular person, and there is a steroid guy and he's making it hard for you, fucking square up on him, because at the end of the day, he has little man syndrome. He probably can't fight. He's got all these mental imbalances. The likelihood of him beating your ass is probably slimmer. He'd probably back down before you guys even fought. And it would smooth him out and show everybody else around the gym that fuck this fucking guy. And you shouldn't be scared of some stupid ass on steroids. But with that also being said, Make sure you are well equipped when it comes to throwing a punch. Don't listen to me if you can't throw a punch and then run up on somebody, because if they do get a hold of you and all that strength does go across your neck, they'll probably choke or break your neck. Number 2, going to the gym 7 days a week but looking the same. This is crazy to me. There are some people that you will notice that when you go to the gym are either A, always there, or B, looking exactly the same while they're always there. And that shit boggles my mind. The gym should not be a place of leisure. It shouldn't be a place where you just kick it and hang out. You should go in, put your headphones on, dedicate an hour, hour and a half to a hard workout. Don't check your phone. Don't talk to a lot of people, and just get in, lift, and just keep going. Abs, chest, legs, whatever the fuck you're doing, and just lift, and get out of there. There's no reason to be there for 2-3 hours. Most of the time when people are there for 2 or 3 hours, they're talking more, they're checking their phone a lot, they're bullshitting on the elliptical. And it's a lot of wasted time. I don't know about you guys, but I don't have that much time to actually waste. Because life goes by way too quick, and the last thing you want to do is look back and be like, oh, I wasted the majority of my time in the gym. Not a good look. It's even a worse look when you go all the fucking time and you look exactly the same. You're not growing, you're not getting stronger, you're not getting faster, you're not leaning out, you're not losing weight. What the fuck? Like I said before, it's just you bullshitting and you wasting so much time talking to too many people, checking your phone too much. Not healthy. I think that instead of going 7 days a week and bullshitting, you should go 3 days a week and shut the fuck up and just get your work in. You'd get better results going 3 days a week, shutting the fuck up, than you would 7 days a week talking. And here's my advice. If you are going 7 days a week and you notice yourself talking more and you're always on the phone and everything like that, quit that fucking membership. Go to a new gym, a gym where you don't know anybody. That's what I love. Especially being in the fitness industry, I cannot stand going to gyms where I know more than 5 people. Because the likelihood of me running into them and them talking to me, and then timesing that by 5, that's an hour of my life that I don't get back. Talking to you about some shit that I don't really want to talk to you about. So I love to go to gyms where nobody knows who I am. And I'll just lift. Don't say what's up to nobody. Don't talk to nobody. Don't check my phone that much. Get my workout in. Get the hell out. Enjoy the rest of my day. You should not enjoy... The pinnacle of your day shouldn't be being at the gym talking to people that are trying to work out. The pinnacle of your day should be the time you step out of the gym and there's life and you get to do what the fuck you feel like doing and enjoy life the way you feel like enjoying life. But the gym should just be a short means to an end when it comes to getting in shape and then enjoying the rest of your day. Utilizing how you look, how you feel, and projecting that out into the atmosphere when you go outside. Number 3, this one, oh man. I love that somebody sent this one in to me because this one is irritating as fuck. When people fucking fart in the gym, that is the fucking worst. Have some courtesy. I know you're drinking a lot of protein and you're eating a lot of fucking fuck bars and shit. But man, could you please throttle down a little bit? Get off the keto, get off the protein, eat some fucking regular fruit and vegetables and regulate yourself because these farts are ghastly. And no fucking pun intended with the ghastly. My dad does not work out at all. He drinks, he smokes, he does all that stuff. Because of his insides being that jacked up, his farts are horrendous. I've been in the gym and smelt farts very similar to his farts in the gym with people that think they're doing healthy shit. Whatever you're putting inside your body, please stop now because your farts are not healthy and they'll clear a room, a gym, a fucking they'll clear some shit. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I can't stand it. Go. What you should do if you gotta let it rip and you can't hold back, go to like the corner of the gym. and just stand there for a second and just nobody's gonna be in the corner. Find your ass the corner of the gym, stand there, pretend like you're on your phone, and pretend like you're talking, and let it rip, and then stay there. Because the one thing we don't want you to do is drag and scoot your ass all the way around and crop dust everybody. Because that's what ends up happening. Is these people will let it rip, thinking that's gonna fog bank in one spot. That shit will travel everywhere and just roast everybody. The cool part about that's the only thing about having masks on right now in the gym, is you're dodging a lot of horrifying smells that you can't ever get out of your brain. But all these steroid, protein drinking, pre-workout having motherfuckers are ruining it for the regular people out here. They're just trying to get a good workout in. Farting is it's just gross, man. How many times have you been working out in a machine and a fart has hit you? And you're looking around and it's only like 3 hot chicks around you. Ladies, tighten it up. Let's not be ripping it like that and just ruining somebody's fantasy. People are looking at you like you're hot. And when you rip it like that, there's only like a 5%, 10% of men out there that probably actually turned on by that. But the 90 other percent of us that are regular motherfuckers, it's a dick fucking shriveler. Fellas, same thing. Let's ease back on the fucking farting in the gym. It's just not a good look. I'm not a big fan of people ripping it in the gym, and it ruins my day. Number 4, eating in the gym. This is a new thing. I didn't see a lot of people. You see somebody eat, and maybe they're eating like a protein bar here and there or something like that. But nowadays, it's on a different scale. I've seen people eat cereal at the gym. I've seen people bring boiled eggs to the gym. Realize this. If you're eating while you're working out, you're probably gonna throw up. And nobody wants that shit. So eating at the gym makes 0 sense to me. It just lets me know that you're a horrible time manager. You don't know how to, or you're very inconsiderate and you're not paying attention to people around you. And that is a bigger issue, is when you believe that this public gym is your private gym. That is where you fucked up. And that's what a lot of these people have in common. They all think that this is their private gym. That is how bad things end up happening to you. That is how you get either kicked out of a gym or you get your ass kicked. And people that eat at the gym do the same thing because they're all gross. These motherfuckers that are eating there aren't doing it just because they're hungry. They're doing it because they want attention. Eating with their mouth open, eating hella loud, talking hella loud so people can see them eating. It's a new weird craze that I've seen within the past couple of years. I've seen this one bitch eating fucking cereal like Cocoa Puffs or some shit at the gym with milk. What the fuck are you gonna do with the bowl? Put it back in your bag? And if you're doing that, you're gross as it is too, because that's just not sanitary. Or like I said, seeing people eat fucking hard-boiled eggs. You had enough time to make a hard-boiled egg, but you didn't have enough time to eat it before your fucking ass got in the gym? How does that make sense? It's all attention grabbing. They want you to see them. They want you to film them, and they'll be on fucking ridiculousness or on Instagram or whatever the fuck. That's the issue that we're getting at now. Is people aren't working out just to work out. They're working out to try to build a brand, or they're working out to get on a TV show or some stupid ass shit. And they're getting further and further away from the real reason of just being fit and healthy. And eating at the gym is just out there. If you're somebody that does this, get better time management and stop being a fucking slob and eat in your car. Or it's like, you shouldn't be working out that hard. Like I said, I don't see a lot of people at the gym that get paid to be in shape and paid to be fit. They can't just go outside, go to your car, and go eat. And you have to eat around everybody else. It's just fucking disgusting. And gyms are already nasty enough as it is. The next thing we need, the other thing that we don't need is your fucking food all over the floor. This one Number 5, good one. Fighting in the gym. I have seen some hilarious fights inside gyms. I've been in only in one. It was halfway in, halfway out of a gym. But I've seen some good ones. It's young men. I mean, you'll see chicks argue every once in a while, but I've never seen chicks fight in a gym. But it's all, you have a lot of testosterone, you have a lot of ego, you don't have a lot of smiling inside of a gym already. So mix that with a gym that's got a basketball court, or a gym that's got few squat racks or a few bench press stations, and you're gonna find a lot of people clashing, getting angry at each other. Or you got a lot of people mugging, and that never works out. The only time I ever got into arguments, so I think the only time I ever got into a physical altercation at a gym, the same thing. I was in that range, in that anger range. I think I was like either a teenager or in my young 20s, and it was all based off of somebody mugging for no fucking reason, and me having an ego and calling them out. But I will say this, a lot of instincts and a lot of what my brother taught me all kicked in. I pulled the funniest snake move on the planet. Long story short, they said take it outside. I said, cool, take it outside. I go outside first, I open the door, I swing the door back into the guy's face. So when he opens the door, he has both of his arms wide open, and I just punch him back into the gym. So that was a really good okie doke, and it ended the fight real quick because it was just a couple banks, and that was the end of the fight. If you ever get in that situation at a gym, that's my best advice for you. Don't try to get on World Star, and don't try to square up outside in the gym, because it's just not good. You're gonna get arrested. Cool part about that is I banked him up, went to my car, gone. No arrest, nothing like that. That's the move I advise you to do. Make sure you're the one going outside first. Make sure they're a couple feet behind you. Open the door, swing the door back into their face. They have to react quick. They push the door with both arms. Face is wide open. Crack them in the face. Get the fuck out. That is the best advice for me when it comes to fighting at the gym. I've seen horrible ones where a guy once was killed. I've seen some where it turns into this fucking brawl where it's 20 on 20. They're never good. And don't fight expecting somebody to break it up. And that's what I'm trying to tell everybody listening to this. If you're at the gym, just get your workout in. Don't worry about nobody else. Unless somebody's bothering you, don't bother anybody else. Try to get your workout in and get the fuck out of there, because there's so much life outside of that. Like I said before, somebody passed away one time getting into a fight at a gym. And there's so much more life than just needing a squat rack or needing a dumbbell that somebody else is using. So don't have so much ego at the gym. But if you do need a fight, use that swing door hitting you in the face fucking move, and you'll be solid. Number 6, sweating all over the equipment and not cleaning it up. Everybody kind of gets blamed, or everybody kind of is guilty of this. I've done it before. If it's a light sweat that'll dry up, who gives a shit? You don't work for the gym. You're not the janitor. You don't have to clean everything up. But if it is a drippy, nasty sweat, be a grown-up and wipe your stations down. It doesn't take a lot. Especially nowadays, they're having you clean everything. So I don't feel like you gotta do that. But if you're just sweating, here's my best advice. If you're working out, save your hard cardio for the last thing you do in the gym. So if you're going to sprint that mile, if you're going to go hoop, do that. And if you don't have an extra pair of clothes, don't go back to the lifting machine. Just get the fuck out of there. You've done enough today. You got a good workout in. If you're sweating super hard, don't go back on the equipment. It's the same thing. Even if you clean it, it looks fucking gross. Because that's a lot of cleaning you got to do. You're sweating all over the floor. It's just a horrible look. Nobody wants your sweat. Nobody wants your funk. And that's the thing too, when you clean the whole thing up, it still smells like you, and most of the time you musty, crusty asshole motherfuckers stink. So ease up on the sweat. Like I said, my advice right there is make sure that all your sweatiness is at the very end of your workout. Stay as dry as you possibly can when you're lifting, and you don't have to worry about cleaning everything up, because like I said, you're not the fucking janitor there, so you shouldn't have to clean everything up unless you're grossly sweating on everything. And then the last one, especially with this being my profession, is seeing horrible form. At a regular crunch or 24-hour fitness, you see horrific form all day, every day. Curved backs, weight on the toes, shoulders hunched forward while people are lifting, and it is cringing. You see some of the worst lifting ideas or strength movements, and it all shows on your body. When you're lifting horribly or you have horrible form, your body looks imbalanced and you look like shit. So if you're curious why you're not growing and getting stronger, maybe go to YouTube, maybe listen to my podcast, and you'll know that your form is off and you need to slow things down. Everybody wants to compete. The reason why form is so horrible is everybody wants to compete with the next guy when they forget the only person you should be competing with is yourself. If somebody's lifting 400 pounds, if it's squat, deadlift, bench press, it took them a while to get there. They didn't wake up one day and just bench press 400 pounds. Give yourself that same courtesy and give yourself some time. Build up to it. But no, that's not what we want to do. What we want to do is we see somebody lift 400 pounds and we want to know how heavy 400 pounds is. So we try it, blow our back out. When you blow your back out, now you have 3 months of recovery just to get back to where you were before you actually hurt your back. Read up. There's so much information out there, and it's not that hard to get a hold of it. You can go on to your phone, you can go onto your computer, and you'll see all the information's there already. How to have proper form, where to put your feet, how your chest should be. And it's simple, easy stuff. I'm going to give you the quick breakdown. If you want good form when you're lifting, make sure the weight is on your heels. Make sure your shoulders are pulled back. You're sticking your chest out. You're sticking your butt back. You're not looking down. When people look down, they curve their spine. When you're curving the top of your spine, as it starts getting closer and closer to the middle and bottom, there'll be a slight curve in it. You can hurt your back. You want to look straight, look up, stick your chest out, stick your butt out, weight on the heels. If you could do that in the majority of lifts that you do, you'll be absolutely fine. So you don't have to go too far. I just gave it to you right there. We all see horrible form. And the shitty part is, I'm not the type of guy to tell people what they should and shouldn't be doing. I feel like you need to learn it yourself. Everybody learned it themselves at one state and one time. I hope that when you do learn it, it's a tweak in your back and not a blown out disc. But stop competing with each other. Stop worrying about the next person and what they're doing and what you think you should be doing. Just grow in small stages. If you're deadlifting 225 and it feels comfortable, go to 240. If 240 feels a little heavy, go to 235. Build from there. That's how the best things and the longest lasting things stay, is by building slow, meticulous, strong. Don't go from 225 to 315 to 450, because the likelihood of you hurting yourself, and it takes that one little movement. People forget that too. And when you build your body up, your muscles are used to it, so it can get the movement down every fucking time. When you add that just little extra weight, that movement of your spine going from arch to curve, or your weight going from heel to toe, is like that. And the second you do that, you're going to hurt yourself, because your muscles are really strong, but when they get tired, they give out and your ligaments and joints are wide open. When your ligaments and joints are wide open, you slip discs, you blow your knee out, you tear ligaments, and then you have to start all over again. So try to dodge those avenues when it comes to bad form in the gym, and you'll be in a better space. With all that being said, if you notice, majority of the time when people are doing these things, they need attention. When you need attention, it's from other people. When you're paying attention to other people, you forget to pay attention to yourself. That's the big message out of this whole thing. Pay attention to yourself and stop worrying about others, and stop trying to impress others, especially in the gym. do what you need to do to get in, get out, feel better, and give that to other people. When you're farting, when you're there 7 days a week, but you look the same, when you're sweating all over the place and you're not cleaning up because you're inconsiderate, when your form is bad, it just shows me you're not locked into yourself. You're not paying attention to yourself. You're not worried about yourself growing. And that's the biggest issue. I make these jokes and I tell people all the time on this podcast, it's half funny, half educational. The funny part was the beginning, but education's now. Worry about yourself. That's life in general. If you could just worry about yourself and make yourself better every single day, you'll notice the people around you get better because they're influenced by you because you're such a positive influence. So then they get better. It's not me directly going after somebody that's in my circle and saying, you should do this. It's me leading by example. It's me doing what I need to do to better myself. More often than not, when you do that, you'll better the people around you. If you try to do it the other way, you're going to suffer and they're going to suffer. So my best advice with all these Gym No-Nos I gave you, do the opposite of every single one and see how much more influential you become, how much better you feel, and how much easier life is. Don't pay attention to anybody else. Don't worry about what nobody else is doing, lifting, saying, eating, and just do what's right for you. And if you do that, life is going to be easy. With that being said, that's the end of this episode. Short one, quick one. I like to just talk shit, give you a little bit of education, and then get the fuck out of here. Enjoy the rest of your day. Get a hold of some loved ones. Tell them that you love them. Tell them that you're thinking about them. Life is too short to not do it today. Have a great day. If you guys need anything, always feel free to hit me up on my Instagram, jrich.fit. Whatever you need, fitness-wise, educationally, mental health, all that good stuff. Get the fuck out of here. Peace.